Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my kiddos. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. And this is episode 264. I got my coffee in my summer sock camp mug, year 2. I think it's year 2. And I was in the Magic Loop cabin. She's not doing the cabins anymore, but I was in the Magic Loop cabin. I got peppermint mocha creamer. We got a little thunderstorm going on right now, so I don't know if you'll be able to hear the rumblies. Did you hear that one? I don't know how loud it's gonna get. So yeah, we got a little storm right now. The sun's gonna come out later, so it's not gonna last long. This is my YouTube channel where I share my knitting, crocheting, cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. Today is Friday, July 12th, 2024, and it is 8:54 a.m. I will link everything that I talk about today down there in the description box. I'll have links to project pages, links to all the things, Ravelry, my Ravelry group, Instagram, yarns, bags, patterns, all that good stuff right down there. All right, I have 2 finished objects and 3 works in progress. I also going to show the Freckled Whimsy Halloween club for July. It's good. I love it. I need to start knitting those. I still think I'm going to do it next month. We'll see. We'll see how long I can wait. All right, I think that's my spiel. I can hear my kids talking. I don't know if you can hear them talking, but if you hear background noise, it's either thunder or children. Okay. I think that's it. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But we're just gonna go. We're just gonna keep going. It will come to me, maybe. All right, gotta open my notebook so I can get my dates out for my finished objects. All right, finished object number 1. Done. I think I had 1 sock done last week. I always have deja vu when I show these. I'm like, didn't I already show these? Probably because I had 1 on a sock locker. So this is Mustache Yarn, Stardust. And the heels are in a lemonade shop. I don't know what it's called. I bought a skein of it just for heels and toes and cuffs for my stripy socks. I love a speckled and self-striping. It's my new thing. So I just did the heels. All of my socks today, except for the one that I'm going to talk about next, are fingering weight. I do US 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter, 64 stitches. I do 12 rows of 2x2 rib. Chiaogoo red lace needles, 32-inch cord. I do my Magic Loop cuff down. And I use Vanilla Socks on Magic Loop by Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady. I believe I did 74 or 75 rows for the leg. I did longer legs on these ones. There's a small rumble. Just a small one. Yeah, they match. Love them. That's it. And they're for me. These are one of my Star Wars. This is a Star Wars colorway, and she doesn't have those out all the time, so she usually does updates around May the 4th for Star Wars Day. That's usually when she has them, so go stalk her shop at that point. All right. These ones might be a spoiler. I finished the Freckled Whimsy Christmassy club for July of this year 2024. So if you've not gotten yours yet, look away, close your eyes, go get up and use the bathroom. I don't know, switch some laundry. These are DK weight. Okay. Have you gone yet? Close your eyes, okay? Gotta show them. So this was a 12 stripe repeat. So I only got one color of this pink. And then one stripe of red. But that's fine because it has more green in it, and I love green. So this is called Christmas Wrapping Party. I used US 3s, 48 stitches, 10 rows of 2x2 rib, and I used the DK Weight Vanilla Socks by Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady. I was going to, I think I usually do like a total of 11 stripes, plus the cuff, not counting this color, cast on one. But this red was the 12th stripe, so I had to stop a stripe early. So they're a little bit shorter. They're still like 6 inches. So it's not that much shorter, but I usually like to do like 12. But I did not want this red stripe to be right here. Nope, don't like that. I'd rather use it to pick up the gussets, so that's what I did. That's the mini that it came with. I just used it for the heels. And I opened my notebook. Oh my word. I had it all open and I still didn't tell you the dates. Okay, I started these July 3rd and finished them July 6th. So those were pretty fast. These ones I started July 5th and I finished them July 9th. I would have finished these the 8th, but Sunday I worked on my Scrappy socks. So I did not touch these for a whole day. So still technically it was 3 days. And that's about normal. I mean, if I just work on these, I can finish a sock a day. But I was working on other things. So these are those. These are those. That's it. Okay, you can open your eyes now if you do not want to see them. But I really love those. Children are making noises. Dropping things, of course. All right, that's all my finished objects. I guess I'm pausing so you guys can hear the thunder. It's not very loud, but I don't know if you can hear it now. Okay, it's done. Now we will start with whips. And this one has a funny-ish story. Also, I'm wearing my Brave Little Toaster shirt today. Love it. It's my favorite. My favorite. So, I recently bought a bag from this person, and like a few days later, I got a similar package in the mail, and I'm like, oh no, did she accidentally send me another one? I already got my order, and I was panicking a little. And then I opened it and I saw that it was a gift from somebody. So, I love it so much. So I decided to use it right away. So now I have 2 of these bags and it's okay. I'm not mad. Because it's green and pink. I love green and pink together. In my sock knitting era. This is me. This is me. So, this is Puff Stitch Bag Co. I don't know. I'll link her Etsy shop. Her Etsy shop is Puff Stitch 1, like the number 1. So I don't know if she has Etsy and a regular website. I don't know. I didn't look that up. So I will link her Etsy shop below. So I had to put a whip in this right away. So thank you, Mary. She messaged me on Instagram. I'm like, who sent me this? All it said was Mary. There's lots of Marys. I love it. All right, we have a hoe. That's right. I finished this last night. Oh, I love this. This was in my summer sock camp basket. Freckled Whimsy. And I solely bought this on the name, but I do love the colors. But the name, it got me, okay? If you know, you know. It's really hard not to sing it. I'm singing it in my head right now. I'll try not to, but Tropic like it's hot. This was not a club colorway or anything. I bought this like last year and it's been sitting in my stash. It's on her, this is her Splendid base, which is 85 superwash merino, 15% nylon. I believe I bought this because I wanted to test this base out. But yeah, I just, when I had yarn of the month, I just switched the base and I'm like, oh yeah, I do like this. So I do love this base. All right, you ready? Oh, look at this. I mean, look at this. If you're curious about my markers, I will link a video down below. This was the mini. So I pretty much did the same thing. I knit until I said, okay, I think it was 64 rows. No, 2, 3, 4, 7, 67 rows. I thought if I did too much it would be too long. And I think this is like 6.5, which is how I like it anyway. So I just used that pink stripe to pick up the gusset stitches. And I like doing that. If there is the mini that matches the stripe, I try to do that, or I will just make sure that if it ends here, then it's not a big deal. But that's how it worked out. I did cake up my yarn and split it in half. I was intending on knitting these like tandem, but it didn't happen. I just picked this up and I just kept going, so it's fine. So now when I finish them, both balls will be end at the same spot. So for matchy Scrappy socks. And I do have the second one cast on. And these are fingering weight, so this is the same numbers, 64 stitches. US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter. So I got the cuff done. And they will match. I did cut it so that they will match. Oh, and they're gonna be epic. I mean, look at these. These like scream like pink lemonade to me for some reason. You know, you got the ice, got the pinks. I don't know, the green and the yellows remind me of lemons, or you know, limes. I don't know, limeade. Love it. So I just used the heel for the mini for the heel. Still got lots left. Oh yeah, I don't know. That's it. That's all I got. These will be done next week. No problem. And that's it. I don't know why I'm putting that back on there, but I am. Done. All right, put my stuff back in there. So yeah, now I have two bags of this. Oh, see if I can reach in my bag. I showed this one last week, so I'm glad that they're not the same, but I can still use them. And this was a Michigan bag maker. Oh my word, that's an awkward pose. Sorry about that. I have a skirt on, so don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure I didn't flash you. Love it. All right, whip number 2. These are my Scrappy socks. Oh my word, I am loving this project right now. So I'm just doing, I'm just working on these on Scrappy Sunday. That's the only thing I work on. This is Bags by Awesome Granny. And this is the famous Scrappy sock bag. So I do have a marker where I was last time. And I was able to, I think last week I'm like, I want to finish the legs, the heel flaps, the heel turns, and the gussets. Ooh, that sounds like a lot. I don't know if I can do that on both socks. Well, guess what? I did. Oops, sorry, that was probably loud. Sorry about that. I got excited. So here we are. Right where those little sock progress keepers are, that's where I was last week. So I did all of that on Sunday. Doing them in tandem. I'm just doing, you know, I work on one sock, then I pick up and do the other sock. I've decided that this is going to be my next color. And I usually just wing it. I just do like 6 rows. I could, you know, in a perfect world, I would use up all of the scrap, like divide it in half and just use it up and be done with it. But I get bored easy. And apparently I like to torture myself with extra ends. So there's some that are like 4 rows. There's some that are 10, some that are 6, 8, 7. I think 4 is the lowest that I go. I don't do anything less than 4. Yeah. So this one is the smallest one. So yeah, I did 2 colors for the gusset. So this is probably the longest stripe. I think that's 11 rows. I did 10 and 11 for my gusset. So these. And I did my heel flap and turn in the same color down here. And I will be using that for the toe also. So I have, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. I have 90 rows. I have 91 rows on each sock. Usually I do 144, probably for Scrappy socks. It's probably somewhere between 140 and 100, we'll just say 145 rows. So, do you think I can finish these on Sunday? I don't know. That's like 50-ish rows on each sock and toes. I'm not going to count weaving in ends. If I finish these up except for weaving in ends, I'm just going to say they're done and I will weave them in like the next day or something. So this is 2 days, 2 Scrappy Sundays. So can I do 3 Scrappy Sundays? And if I do finish these, I think I might continue with this because this is lots of fun. Maybe I'll make a cast on a pair for Amy. I think I have one more skein that she sent me, and I think I have to make her one more pair of Scrappy socks, and I think her Christmas present will be done. I think I would like to get her Christmas present done before October because October is MKAL, and I'm probably not going to be knitting a lot of socks. And I kind of want to send it out, yeah, before October. So I have, let's see, July, August, September. I got 3 months to make 2 pairs of socks. I think I could do it. So yeah, this is a lot of fun. I was missing my Scrappy Sunday project because I put my blankets away. And I thought this would like bother me, like having needles, socks on the needles for like, this would probably be 2 weeks. But it's not bothering me. Now it's like, ooh, it's Sunday, I can work on these. I get excited, so that is my Scrappy project. These are gonna be for me. Yeah, I think I might just, if I finish them this Sunday, next Sunday, I will probably cast on another pair. I think I'm gonna do it. And if I do some for Amy, it'll probably definitely take me 3 days because I do shorter legs on hers. Maybe. We'll see. All right. Those are my Scrappy socks. I think that's it. Those are fingering weight, so the same needles. All that jazz. The same stuff. Okay, I cast on a new project. Oh my word, I'm obsessed. I feel like if I didn't cast on this project, those Freckled Whimsy socks would probably be done. Maybe. I don't know. When did I start those? Did I write down? Yes, I started the Tropic Like It's Hot socks on the 10th, which was Wednesday. So yeah. Oh, I didn't show my bag. I got my Knit for Brains bag out. This is my shawl bag. That's right, I did it, you guys. All of you were like, do it! Just cast on! And I did. So I have, get my yarn tags out. I'm using Knitpicks Stroll, Grass, and Key Lime Heather. This is the Starflake shawl by Stephen West. This was the mystery knit along for 2019. I think it is, yeah. Excuse me. So this is Key Lime Heather. This is Grass. Oh, these greens are giving me life. Oh my word. It helps that this is green. I bought this yarn a while ago, probably the end of last year, when they were doing a sale on Stroll. So I'm like, I know I want to make that shawl. I'm going to buy it. And I did. So it was sitting in my stash just waiting for me. I'm using US 5s. It's not on the needles right now. US 5s. 3.75. It's not on the needles right now. I could have like picked up the stitches, but I liked it at this point, and I was like, I want to work on my socks anyway. So I finished section 1. Look at this. I mean, look at this clown bib. Are they bibs? What are those things called? The collars around the, you know, those clown, the frilly thingies. Is there a name for it? Or is it a bib? I don't know. Maybe that'll be the episode title. Clown bib. Look at that. I weaved in all the ends. So here's the back side. I went ahead and just weaved all my ends in. So there's the wrong side. And when I started this, I saw this shawl and I'm like, wow, that part looks extremely difficult. And guess what? It wasn't. It was not hard at all. And I'm like, but you have to sew those together? No, you don't. You just pick up. You pick up, let's see, I started with this one. I think. Maybe it's this way. Yeah, I started here. So I knit. Bind off. And then you switch it. And then you pick up stitches here. Knit. Bind off. And then pick up stitches here. And you just keep going. I'm like, oh my word. So yeah, I had to look at his video. But once I looked at the video for the first one and connecting it to the second one, I was fine. I'm like, okay, done. So now I get to pick up stitches. And I have to pick up like 200 and some. So this is, I forgot to mention, I am doing a mini knit along with Kath. I think that's her name. C-A-T-H. Is that Kath? Is that how you say that? She is the Mindful, I wrote it down, Mindful Melbourne Maker Knitting Podcast. I will link her YouTube channel down below. She was one of the lists of my podcasts that I watched, but I put her YouTube channel link in there for you. She is Australian, and oh my, her projects. She knits everything. Socks, sweaters, hats, mittens, mitts, blankets, shawls. She mentioned the shawl, and I was like, I know, I want to knit that. It's been in my stash, and I said I'm doing it, and she's like, okay, I'm going to do it too, so we're going to do it together. Look at that. I can't stop looking at it. She picked a hot pink and like a speckly, I think it's white or cream, like with rainbow neon speckles. And oh my, it's beautiful. So I don't know where she's at. The last time I knew, she had one done and she started the second one. But she has a lot of projects, so I don't know if she's gonna set everything down and work on the solely just to keep up with me, but or to beat me, I don't know. Oh. So there we go. So I gotta pick up stitches. The next section will be easy. It's essentially just knitting and purling, I think, with some increases. It's gonna be a piece of cake. Striping it. I think you're gonna have to purl a lot of rows in that one, so it might slow me down a little, but. And then the third section is the brioche. Ooh, that's the scary part. So that's it. That's all I got. It's my clown bib. I love it. I don't know why it took me forever to cast this thing on. So I think at some point today, I'm gonna pick up the stitches. Yeah, probably should do it today because tomorrow. We're staying home tomorrow, but if I want to work on it tomorrow, I gotta make sure I have all those stitches picked up before my husband and my husband's working and my kids will be off doing something at some point today, so I can like focus on counting, because I gotta make sure that at this point that there's the right amount of stitches, or else I'm gonna get myself in trouble. So there's gonna be a lot of triple counting on that one. So yeah, go check out Kath. She's a new podcaster. I think she has like 6 episodes out, so you can quickly catch up. Oh, I love her podcast. Okay, that's it for the knitting. That's it. My Starflake. Sorry for staring at it for so long on the screen. It looks beautiful. All right. Let's see what time it is. 9:20. Okay, we have reading and washing. And actually, let's do the acquisitions first. Okay, I'm gonna show. I have the My Little Pony Advent from Yarn Cafe Creations. Amy and I have been opening these together, but Amy's at work and she said, "Oh no, I forgot it. Open it on your podcast for content." I'm like, okay, I will. So we're gonna open that, and that's Fridays. This will be posted on Monday, so you've probably already seen it if you have the calendar. So I'm not gonna be spoiling it for anybody. Now I'm gonna show the Freckled Whimsy Halloween Club for July 2024. When I opened this, I was surprised. I was not expecting this color combination, but I love it. And now after I see the name, I see it. I get it. It's good. All right, so if you don't want to look, close your eyes. Eyes closed. Okay, I'm gonna show it. I mean, you can't really see, but there's like a hot magenta pink in there. It's got raspberry, and then there's like a hot pink. And I believe this is gonna be like, it's a 12 stripe repeat. So I believe it's gonna go like light purple and then a different shade of purple. Light purple, different shade of purple. Oh, crossed. Oh my word. And it's called Goblin Party. Oh, I love it. This kind of reminds me of like grape juice or grapes or something. But I do see goblin. I do see it. Ooh. So yep, that is that. Okay, you can open your eyes now. All right, I'm gonna try to do this quietly. I'm gonna open day 12. Is today the 12th? Yep, okay, just double check. Try to do this quietly, but it doesn't quite work with the paper bag. Okay, what color do you think it is? Pink. I'm gonna go pink. Oh, it's pink! Yes, oh, look at that. So this is off of names of My Little Ponies. Now I don't know all of My Little Ponies. I mean, when I was little, I played with My Little Ponies. This is Hugs and Kisses. Look at that. So what I'm doing with these, I'm going to put them in my DK Weight Cozy Memories blanket. And then they're going to go in my scrap basket. Maybe I'll do socks. Maybe I'll use them for chickens, shawls, scrappy socks. I don't know. Sky's the limit. Oh, but that's like neon pink. Oh, I was right. Yay! Like, it's been a while since we had some pink. All right. And that is all of the acquisitions today. I have not been good this week. I forgot I bought something yesterday. It's okay. Granite State. Oh man, I forgot. It's not stitches. Is it Granite State Yarns? Granite State Yarns. I think that's what it is. She is a yarn dyer, and she posted a couple, like last week or a week before, I don't remember. She got the Fox and Pines, like little fold out notions nook, I think is what it's called. And I'm like, ooh, I have needle stoppers, but I don't use them because they're buried. So I thought I would dig them out, put them in there, plus I could put some more Prior's Keepers in there. I think when she first got them, she either sold out of all the colors before I had a chance to look, or she just had one color, but it was just purple, and I'm like, oh, I kind of wanted the green one, or the teal one. So I'm like, oh, all right, I'll just wait. And then she restocked all the colors like yesterday, so I'm like, well, that's a sign. I'm getting it. So I bought it, and I did buy some yarn with it. I haven't tried her yarn, and I was meaning to, so I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity. If I'm going to buy something, I might as well get some yarn too, right? So yeah, and that she shipped it out yesterday, so it should be here pretty soon. I think does she live in Maine or New Hampshire, somewhere over there on the east. So yeah, I should be getting that. I don't know if I'll get that this week. We'll see. If I do, I will show you my cool little notions case. I know Fox and Pine sells them on their website, but they're in Canada. I usually don't buy from Canada, except for the Cozy Knitter. I've bought from her before, but buying overseas just makes me nervous. Even if it's Canada, which is touching the US, it still makes me nervous. So I'm like, all right, this is the perfect opportunity to do that. But I do need to get on that Fox and Pines website and buy those little stitch stoppers, because those are so cute. And I'm going to need to put those on my shawl when I pick up those stitches. Don't worry, I have some. I will be putting them on. So is there like a US supplier that sells those Fox and Pine stitch stoppers? Or do I have to get them from Fox and Pine? If you know, let me know. Or if there's a different seller that sells them. I don't know, but I keep going to the Fox and Pine website, and I keep adding a bunch, and then I just walk away from the cart, and I don't know, maybe I just need to buy a couple and see. It's probably not that bad. but it makes me nervous. Probably because of the conversion rate of the currency, where it's like, you have to go, some websites, if you buy in Canada, it'll just show them the Canada dollar amount. So then you have to figure it out to put it in your, I have to go to my website, my bank website, to see how much I spent in actual US dollars, and it's just a headache. So maybe this website doesn't do that. I don't know. All right, let's go on with reading and watching. Let's stop this ranting. Let's keep on moving on here. We got 35 minutes. Okay, reading. I kind of went a little overboard with my reading this week. I just started all of the books for some reason. I told you I was going to start Yellowface, and I did. I am like wondering what is going to happen with this book. I am half done with it. And yeah, it's interesting. I'm going to keep reading it. It's usually not my normal, like, genre. I don't know, is this mystery or just fiction? Or is it thriller? I don't know. I don't really think it's a thriller. At least not right now anyway. But I like it. Half done with that. I'm reading it on my Kindle. I'm reading that one at night. That one seems to be a good, like, reading before bed book, because it's not very complex. There's not a lot of characters. It just seems like an easy read. So reading that, and I had a hold on The Women. That is Kristin, Hannah. All of these authors, I will link the titles and the author names below. Some of them I cannot pronounce. Yellowface is one of those. I know it's RF something. Kuang. Not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but I put a hold on the audio book for The Women in April, and it finally came in, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to start that. I love Kristin Hannah's books. This one is a little, this is depressing. This is a hard book to listen to or read at all. It's about a nurse in the Vietnam War. So, I mean, it's graphic in some spots, and it's kind of rough to read, but I love how she writes her characters. I feel like I know them, and I'm friends with them, and it seems like she just does excellent with her characters. I just love it. I think my favorites of hers was probably The Great Alone, and is it The Four Winds? Those ones were so good. It's probably my favorites. Yep. So that's what I'm reading. And I don't know if I read any this week. The Heir of Fire, The Throne of Glass, #3 book. I said I was going to read it during the week. I don't know if I did at all, but it's going to be down there. I'm still reading it. Probably not, because I probably switched to the audiobook, The Women. So I don't know if I've touched that this week. I'll get to it. I don't know. I'm just having a hard time getting into that series. Maybe after the 3rd book. At what point will it just like all come together and then it'll all get good? But it's just like, it's not grabbing my attention as much as A Court of Thorns and Roses. I love that series so much. I read it twice. Except for the last book, I read them all twice. I love that series so much. This one, I don't know. I'm having a hard time getting into it. I want to keep going, though. I'm going to keep going. Watching. Everything is Netflix, because that's all we have right now is Netflix. My husband and I finished The Travelers. That's a good show. I like that. Of course, there was a cliffhanger. And my husband's like, you want to watch the first episode of the next season? I'm like, not unless we're going to finish it. He's like, okay. He doesn't like to, he likes to watch like one season of a show and then go to a different show for a season. And then we might come back to it. And then we'll watch. It's like, let's just watch them all. It's a little irritating because at this point there was a cliffhanger. It's like, I want to know what happens. But he's like, let's watch something else. And I'm like, watching one episode is not going to be satisfying enough for me to move on to another series. So we're gonna cut it. We're done. I think we're gonna watch Bridgerton season 3 next. He'll watch that with me, but that's not his cup of tea either. But I want to watch it, so that's like the one show he'll watch with me. But he won't watch Supernatural or Game of Thrones. Well, he watched Game of Thrones with me. Supernatural's a big one. I really wish that he like stopped after season like 7. He's like, I can't do this anymore. And I'm like, oh, it's so good. Just keep going. Just keep going. But he's like, no, I'm done. I'm like, oh, that last season. Oh, stab, stab, twist. Ball. The last episode, or the last season, last episode of Supernatural. Oh my goodness. I don't usually cry for TV, but that day I did. Oh my. I need to go back and watch that show. Maybe when the kids go back to school, I'll pick up where I left off. I think that was season 7 or something. Or 6. Something like that. Okay, my kids and we finished the Great British Bake Off. Is it Great British Bake Off? Great British Baking Show? One of those. Collection 10. And we started collection 11. And our Friday night movie was Back to the Future, number 1, 1985. Oh, that was so good. I haven't watched that in a really long time. Netflix has 1, 2, and 3 Back to the Future movies. Just FYI, if you want to watch those again. I believe my Natalie, my youngest, she's the only one that watches movies with us anymore. My oldest is like, I'm over that. So she really liked the first one, so I'm pretty sure we're going to watch the second one tonight. And that's it for reading and watching. Life stuff. Nothing broke. Yes, yes, yes. And we're just going to zip my lips, and then that's that. Weather's been okay. Cooler-ish. It's gonna get hot again. It's gonna get like in the mid-80s next week. Yuck. It's too hot. Yeah, I really don't have anything else. I'm just gonna keep on knitting. Knitting all the socks and knitting shawls in between. I really don't have any goals for this week. Maybe finish those Scrappy socks. We'll see. If I don't finish them on Sunday, it's no big deal. I'll finish them up the next Sunday. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta pick out another yarn from my summer sock camp basket. I think I'm gonna pick a Star Wars yarn because I am on a mission to knit all of my mustache yarn Star Wars colorways. I think I have 5 left. Yeah, 5. It would have been 4, but she came out with a new colorway and I had to get it, so 5, I believe. So I gotta dig in my basket and see what I get. I think at the end of July, I will show my basket. If you follow me on Instagram, I talked about, I wish I had the final the first picture of all of the skeins in the basket, and then I could like put X's on them or dots or something like that saying that I've knit them. And I did not save the original picture. Somehow Amy from Happy Little Yarn, I don't know how she did it. Maybe she clicked on it and sent it to me. So then I clicked on it and I resaved it into my library on my tablet. So it's there now. So now on Instagram, every time I finish a sock that was in that basket, I put little dots on it, and all the ones that I've dotted are the ones that I've knit throughout summer sock camp. Now I have knit more socks than what's in that basket because I've been knitting Scrappy socks. I've been knitting the Freckled Whimsy Christmas skeins when they come in. So yeah, it's kind of satisfying to just click on Yep, I've knit all those. I think I have 14 left. that are in the basket. I have been adding some. The Halloween one, I want to put it in the basket, so I am adding to it, but it's okay. I was not, I think I had 21 in there to start. I don't remember, 20 something in there. I was like, if I knit all these, it'll be amazing. If I don't, I don't. I'm not too concerned. Yeah, because I wanted to knit Scrappy socks too. And I didn't put yarn in there for Scrappy socks. This was just full skeins. So I'm going to try to knit as many of those as I can during summer sock camp. And whatever's left, hopefully I can shove in here. We'll see. It's kind of, I got a little rip right here. All right, that's it. That's all I got. 45 minutes. Let's just end this. I'm just rambling now. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you got a lot done on your projects while you were listening to me ramble and talk about my knitting. Yeah, like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, put them right down there. I do love reading them, and hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.